Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to you about one simple yet profound idea: change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. I know that life can sometimes feel overwhelming. We all face moments of doubt, moments where things don't seem to be going the way we hoped. But here's the secret I've come to understand: it's not the circumstances that define us, it's how we choose to see them. When you shift your perspective, something magical happens. You start to see possibilities instead of problems. You begin to notice opportunities in the very challenges that once felt like insurmountable obstacles. What you perceive as a setback today might just be the start of something new, something greater. And that shift doesn't happen by waiting for the world to change. It happens by changing the way you look at the world. Your thoughts shape your reality. Everything begins with a thought. Think about it for a moment: the way you perceive yourself, the way you see others, the way you experience your own life, it all begins in your mind. If you wake up every morning feeling stuck, defeated, or like the world is against you, then that's exactly what you'll see around you. But if you shift that thought, if you decide today to see the good, the beautiful, the potential in every moment, then guess what? You will start to experience it. You will begin to see what you've been missing all along. And let me tell you, gratitude is the key to this shift. It's so easy to get caught up in what we don't have, in what's going wrong. But when you change your focus and begin to see the blessings, the lessons, the beauty all around you, things will start to transform. Gratitude changes the lens through which you view the world. And in doing so, it changes the world itself. The more you appreciate what's already in your life, the more you'll begin to see that it's more than enough. But here's the truth we often forget: change is not to be feared. It's to be embraced. So many of us resist change, holding on tightly to what we know, fearing the unknown. But it's in the unknown, in the discomfort of change, that we grow. When you choose to see change not as a threat, but as an invitation to evolve, you open yourself to endless possibilities. The person you are today is not the person you will be tomorrow if you allow yourself to embrace transformation. So, my friends, take a moment and ask yourself, how do you want to see the world today? Will you continue to look at it through a lens of fear, lack, or limitation? Or will you choose to see it with eyes of possibility, gratitude, and growth? The power is in your hands. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. Life is a journey filled with moments of uncertainty, setbacks, and unexpected challenges. But what if I told you that how you navigate through these moments could be the difference between feeling stuck and moving forward with purpose? The truth is, everything changes when you shift your perspective. The way you look at something has the power to transform it entirely. When we face difficult situations, it's easy to get caught in a mindset that sees only the barriers in front of us, the walls that seem insurmountable. We become so fixated on what's wrong that we miss out on the countless opportunities that may lie just beyond our line of sight. Imagine for a moment that the walls are not there to stop you, but to guide you to a new path, a better way. What if the very thing you think is blocking you is, in fact, pushing you towards something greater than you could ever have imagined? When we shift our perspective, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities. Instead of thinking, "I can't," we start thinking, "How can I?" And suddenly, we see doors where we once saw only walls. It's in this shift where transformation happens. It's the moment when you stop seeing problems as obstacles and begin seeing them as invitations for growth. Life isn't a straight path, and sometimes the most challenging moments become the very ones that shape us the most. But we must be willing to change the way we look at those moments. If you only focus on the difficulty of the journey, you'll miss the lessons it offers, the strength it builds, and the new direction it paves. What may seem like a detour could be the very route you were always meant to take. When we embrace the idea that everything, even our struggles, has a purpose, we unlock the potential within us. The more you begin to see challenges as opportunities for growth, the more you see possibilities in every situation. It's like stepping into a new world where the rules are different and the outcomes are better than we could have ever planned. The key to this shift is understanding that you're not just reacting to life, you're an active participant in shaping it. Every thought you think, every feeling you feel is a choice. You have the power to decide how you perceive the world, and by changing that perception, you change the course of your life. Embrace the possibility that what you think is holding you back is simply preparing you for what's ahead. When you begin to look at life not with the eyes of fear, but with the eyes of possibility, you will see that the universe, or whatever you believe in, is conspiring to help you succeed. So take a step back and reframe the way you see the world around you. Ask yourself, what is this moment trying to teach me? What can I learn from this, and how can I grow through this? By shifting your perspective to embrace the possibilities, you'll find that everything begins to unfold in a way you never thought possible. The world is full of untapped potential, and it's all waiting for you to see it. Once you make the choice to look at life through this new lens, you will see that you are always meant for more than what you once believed. Your thoughts are more than just fleeting ideas that pass through your mind. They are the very foundation upon which your reality is built. Every single moment of your life is shaped by the way you think. Your beliefs, your emotions, your actions, and your reactions are all influenced by the thoughts you hold. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you doubted yourself before even trying something new? How often have you let fear, worry, or negative assumptions cloud your judgment? It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that the world is what it is, that things just happen to us, that circumstances control our lives. But the truth is, the world is not something that happens to you, it's something you create. The way you perceive yourself, your circumstances, and the people around you is a direct result of what you choose to believe. If you constantly tell yourself you're not good enough, not capable enough, or not deserving of success, then your reality will reflect that. You will see obstacles where there could be opportunities. You will focus on your shortcomings rather than your strengths, and you will be blind to the abundance that exists around you. Your thoughts become the lens through which you interpret every experience, and when that lens is clouded by self-doubt or negativity, everything seems harder, darker, and more difficult than it really is. But when you change the way you think, everything shifts. When you begin to believe that you are worthy of success, that you are capable of achieving your dreams, that there is good in the world and that you can find it, your reality starts to change in ways you never thought possible. The opportunities you once overlooked become glaringly obvious. You'll notice how your mindset has opened up pathways to growth and success that you never knew existed. Your thoughts are like seeds that, when planted with intention, grow into the life you want to live. Think about the moments in your life when you've experienced a breakthrough. More often than not, those moments were preceded by a shift in thinking when you began to believe something different about yourself or about the world. Maybe you told yourself, I can do this, or I'm worthy of this. Maybe you looked at a difficult situation and thought, this is a lesson. Not a failure. It was in those moments that you began to see the world not as a place full of limitations, but as a place full of potential. That shift in thinking, that shift in belief had the power to change everything, because your thoughts shape the reality you experience. It's not just about thinking positively, though. It's about consciously deciding what thoughts you allow to dominate your mind. It's about being aware of the stories you tell yourself and making a deliberate choice to rewrite them. If you continue to feed your mind with thoughts of fear, scarcity, or limitation, that's what you'll attract into your life. But if you choose to focus on abundance, possibility, and self-empowerment, that's the energy that will begin to manifest in your reality. The power of your thoughts lies not only in what they create, but also in how they influence your actions. When you think positively, you approach challenges with confidence. When you think you're capable, you take steps toward your goals without hesitation. But when your mind is filled with doubts and negativity, it paralyzes you. You hold back, waiting for the perfect moment that may never come. Or you hesitate, thinking you're not ready. Your actions are a direct reflection of the thoughts you allow to take root in your mind. The beauty of it is that you have the ability to change your thoughts at any moment. You have the power to decide what to believe, what to focus on, and what to feed your mind. And when you choose to fill your mind with thoughts that align with the life you want to create, you align yourself with the very energy of possibility. Your thoughts are like the steering wheel of your life. Whatever direction you choose to take, your reality will follow. So choose wisely. Choose thoughts that empower you, thoughts that lift you up, and thoughts that reflect the greatness within you. When you master the art of controlling your thoughts, you realize that the reality you live in is not dictated by external circumstances, but by the way you choose to perceive them. Life will always present challenges, obstacles, and moments of difficulty. But how you think about those moments determines how you experience them. And as you begin to realize that your thoughts hold the power to shape your reality, you will unlock a freedom that allows you to rise above any situation, to see opportunities in every setback, and to create a life that is aligned with your deepest desires. Gratitude has the extraordinary power to shift the energy of any moment, and yet, how often do we take it for granted? In our daily lives, we are conditioned to focus on what's wrong, what's missing, or what needs fixing. Our minds are constantly searching for things to complain about, and often we find them. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of judgment, the judgment of ourselves, of others, and of situations. We judge what we don't understand, we judge what doesn't go according to our plan, and we judge ourselves when we fall short of our expectations. But judgment, though it might feel natural, is a force that keeps us stuck. It holds us in a mindset of lack, of dissatisfaction, of disconnection. Now imagine if instead of judging, we chose to embrace gratitude in every moment. Gratitude isn't just about being thankful for the big wins, the achievements, or the milestones. It's about seeing small things, the quiet moments, the lessons hidden in challenges, the growth that comes from every experience, no matter how difficult. When you choose gratitude over judgment, you stop looking for what's wrong and start seeing what's right. You begin to notice the abundance that already exists around you, the beauty, simplest of things. The smile of a stranger, the warmth of the sun, the sound of birds in the morning, the way your body moves through the world. Gratitude invites you to pause, to breathe, to acknowledge all that is good, all that you have, right in this moment. Choosing gratitude doesn't mean denying the difficulties of life or pretending that everything is perfect. It doesn't mean ignoring the hurt, the pain, or the struggles. Rather, it means deciding not to let those moments define you. When you choose gratitude, you make a conscious decision to find meaning and value in the hard times. You recognize that even in the darkest moments, there is something to be grateful for, whether it's the strength you discover in yourself, the lessons learned, or the relationships that deepen as a result of hardship. Gratitude allows you to look beyond the surface and see the greater purpose in all things. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's present, from what's wrong to what's right. We often underestimate the power of this shift. But when you choose gratitude, something remarkable happens. Your energy begins to change. Gratitude transforms your mindset. It transforms your vibration. When you are grateful, you stop viewing life as something that happens to you and start seeing it as something you are co-creating. Gratitude empowers you to take ownership of your experience because it invites you to focus on the abundance of opportunities available, even when the path isn't clear. You become less fixated on comparing yourself to others or wishing for what's out of your reach, and instead you begin to see the richness in your own life. It's not about having more, it's about appreciating what you already have. Judgment, on the other hand, keeps you bound in a cycle of limitation. It feeds insecurity, breeds resentment, and it creates walls between you and others. When you judge, you create distance not only between yourself and others, but also between yourself and the goodness in life. You overlook the potential for growth, for learning, for connection, and most importantly, judgment separates you from the love and peace that reside within you. Every time you judge someone or something, you reinforce a belief that something is wrong or needs to be fixed. But when you choose gratitude, you create space for healing, for understanding, and for growth. Choosing gratitude over judgment is not just a practice, it's a way of being. It's a decision to shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. It's the choice to recognize that life isn't happening to you. It's happening for you. Every moment, no matter how challenging, has something to offer. By focusing on gratitude, you begin to see that the universe is constantly giving you opportunities to expand, to grow, to learn, and to connect. Even in moments of pain or difficulty, there is something to be grateful for, the resilience you uncover within yourself, the people who support you, the lessons that shape you into a wiser, stronger version of yourself. The magic of gratitude is that it multiplies. The more grateful you are, the more reasons you find to be grateful. It's as if the very act of acknowledging the good in your life attracts even more good. And you embrace gratitude, you start to notice how much of your judgment falls away. You stop being so hard on yourself, so critical of others, and you begin to see the world through eyes of compassion and understanding. You realize that everyone is on their own journey, and that no one is perfect, not even you. In choosing gratitude, you choose peace, you choose love, you choose connection. When you focus on gratitude, you create a life where judgment has no place. Instead, you fill your heart with appreciation, and as you do, you allow yourself to experience the true richness of life. You become more present, more open, more connected to the beauty that is always around you. And in that space of gratitude, the world transforms. You begin to see it as a place of abundance, not scarcity, of opportunities, not limitations, of love, not fear. By choosing gratitude over judgment, you align yourself with the flow of life and open the door to all that is good, all that is possible. Change is one of the few constants in life, yet it's also one of the things we fear the most. It disrupts our sense of comfort and stability, and it challenges the familiar patterns we've grown accustomed to. For many of us, change brings anxiety, uncertainty, and even resistance. We hold on to what we know because it feels safe, because it's predictable, and because it provides us with a sense of control. But here's the truth that we often overlook. Change is not the enemy. It is, in fact, one of our greatest allies. The fear of change often comes from not seeing it as the transformative force that it truly is. When we learn to embrace change, we unlock the doors to growth, evolution, and new possibilities that we could never have imagined while staying in the safety of the familiar. We often resist change because it forces us out of our comfort zones, and the unknown can feel intimidating. But it is precisely in that unknown where the magic happens. It's where we grow, where we stretch beyond our limits, and where we discover strength, resilience, and creativity that we never knew we had. Change is the crucible that forges us into more capable, more evolved versions of ourselves. It's where we get to shed old skin, old identities, and outdated beliefs and step into a new chapter of our lives that's filled with potential. Without change, we would remain stagnant, trapped in cycles of complacency and routine, never experiencing the depth of transformation that life is offering us. If you really think about it, the moments that have shaped you the most, those times when you felt the most alive, the most awakened, the most inspired, have often come on the heels of change. It's when you left a job that no longer fulfilled you, when you moved to a new city, when you made a decision to leave a relationship or take a risk that scared you. In each of these moments, there was discomfort, yes, but there was also something far more powerful, the invitation to grow. When we resist change, we deny ourselves the chance to step into a new version of ourselves, one that is more expansive, more confident, more aligned with our true purpose. We tend to forget that growth does not happen in comfort. It happens when we challenge ourselves, when we stretch beyond our self-imposed limits, when we take risks and embrace the unknown. The best things in life are often waiting for us just beyond the point where we feel uncomfortable, because it is only in those moments of discomfort that we push ourselves to evolve. Imagine if every time you faced a challenge or an opportunity for change, you saw it as a chance to become better, stronger, and more enlightened. Instead of fearing it, you'd welcome it as the opportunity for growth that it truly is. Change has the remarkable ability to unveil hidden potentials within us. It shows us who we really are beyond the masks we wear, beyond the roles we've been playing, beyond the labels we've attached to ourselves. Often, we don't know what we are capable of until change forces us to rise up. It's in those moments of uncertainty and challenge that we often surprise ourselves. We discover that we are far more resilient, far more resourceful, and far more capable than we ever believed possible. When we allow ourselves to embrace change, we open ourselves to experiences that broaden our understanding of who we are and what we can accomplish. At the same time, embracing change requires letting go. Letting go of old habits, old beliefs, and old versions of ourselves that no longer serve us. This is perhaps the most difficult part of change. The act of releasing the familiar, of surrendering the things we've grown attached to. But in that release is where the real growth happens. You cannot grow into the next version of yourself if you are still holding on to the past. Change asks you to be willing to let go of what you no longer need so that you can make room for what is coming next. It asks you to trust the process, to believe that what lies ahead is greater than what you're leaving behind. The beauty of embracing change as a path to growth is that it's not just about changing external circumstances, it's about changing internally. It's about cultivating a mindset that sees opportunities in every challenge, growth in every setback, and lessons in every experience. It's about knowing that change is not something to be feared, but something to be welcomed, because it means that you are evolving, expanding, and becoming the best version of yourself. Life will always bring change, whether we're ready for it or not. But the difference between those who thrive and those who struggle through it lies in their response to it. Do you resist change, hoping for things to remain the same, or do you embrace it, knowing that it is the path to your highest potential? The more you learn to embrace change, the more you begin to see it not as a challenge, but as an invitation to grow, to evolve, and to live a life beyond your wildest dreams. Change is not a destination. It is the journey itself. And when you learn to walk that journey with open arms and an open heart, you will find that it leads you exactly where you were meant to go.